Hello, everyone. We are really excited to be joining you today on this global launch of Euphoria Science. So first off, we would like to congratulate you for making the commitment to joining us here, albeit virtually. We know we'd all love to be together in person, but this is the next best thing that we can do given the circumstances going on right now. So we want to say thank you to Kevin and Craig and the wonderful team at Euphoria Science Corporate for putting this event together and leading us through this pre-launch for the last year and a half. I am Garth Oksol. This is my beautiful bride, Dr. Erin. We got cleaned up for you today.
We did.
Erin put some perfume on, some lovely lipstick. I shaved. We may or may not be wearing full-length pants right now. We may be like newscasters. I'm not sure. So anyways, what we're going to do for the next 10 minutes or so is we're going to walk you through a little bit of training. Erin's going to go over the 3 secrets to launching your team to inspire. And then I'm going to wrap it up with a real life example of what that looks like and how you can apply that. So honey, why don't you kick us off?
Thank you. Hey, everyone. If I could see you, I would high five you and hug you and all the things.
We do a little dance in person.
We would do a little dance. You know, if we look back at our journey, and here we are at a global launch of a company that we're having success with, it wasn't always that way. For 7 years, I was in private practice in psychology, and a woman, a friend of mine, invited me to join her network marketing company. And for 7 years, I said exactly this. I said, I don't sell, I help people. Like they were mutually exclusive categories, okay? So for 7 years, I said no to this industry. Then one day I remember being at the grocery store with our daughter, Grace. And she said, Mom, can we get the berries? Can we get some strawberries? And strawberries are expensive. They were like $5 a pack. And I remember looking at her and saying, not today. And that was my moment. That was my moment when I decided I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, that I was sick and tired of saying no to the berries. And I joined that network marketing company, and we were there, and it launched so many wonderful things in us personally. We inspired many people, but our paycheck was less than inspiring. We like to say we retired from our $23 paycheck in network marketing. And I cried myself to sleep many a month end, just wondering, what was I missing? What was I missing? And I remember hiring a mindset coach because my thought was, if I could, I must have something broken up there. Like, why wasn't this working for me? And God bless him, but he wasn't the greatest coach. And it sparked my interest in coaching. And what I've learned and what I'm sharing with you today is all because of that. So remember your why, remember what gets you started in this, and never give up. So the 3 secrets to leading a team to inspire. So Eric Worre said something a year ago at our launch, and I want you to think of this quote. He said, there's a difference between telling your team, I will help you build your business, or you will build your business and I'm going to help. And it's the second version. I'll say that again. You will build your business and I'm going to help. That's what we want to do as leaders. So I want you to channel 3 people to lead your team to inspire. And the first is, I want you to channel your inner spice girl. That's right. Okay, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Okay, you cannot possibly know how to lead your team until you know what your team really, really wants. So you have a new nutritionist that you're onboarding. This is their business, not yours. Their business is their business, not mine. My business is my business. So isn't that great news? You don't have to figure out how to motivate your team. You need to figure out what motivates them, and it's golden. Okay, so first channel your inner spice girl. I don't know which one you'd be. Or spice guy. Yeah. Okay, second, I want you to channel your inner psychologist. So I'm a psychologist. So Garth, what do you think are the top 2 skills that make for a great psychologist? What do we do all day long?
You ask questions.
Yes, we ask questions.
And you listen.
And we listen.
Yep.
This is how you're going to lead your team to greatness. You're going to ask questions and listen. So the greatest leaders don't necessarily tell you what to do, but they teach you what to ask. Great leaders don't tell you what to do, but they teach you what to ask a potential customer, what to ask a new nutritionist on your team. You know that people will get behind something if they co-create it. So I am never going to step in and say, this is what you need to do. I'm going to ask, what do you want? So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And then I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to listen. So channel your inner psychologist. And the third is channel your inner Santa Claus. So what is the number one question? Look at Santa also starts with a question, a series of questions actually. So the first question he usually asks is, have you been a good boy or girl? Right. But after that, what does Santa ask when you sit on his lap?
What's on your wish list?
Yes, what's on your wish list? So can you imagine sitting down and Santa's like, no, I don't talk. I want to tell you what's in my bag and why you want everything that's in my bag. No, he doesn't start there. He says, tell me what you really, really want. So again, be like Santa. Ask people, what are you trying to create in this business? Because if you don't know what they want to create, you're going to miss the mark entirely. So again, don't focus so much on being interesting. Focus on being interested. So I'll leave you with this. The greatest leadership coach of leadership, John Maxwell, he says leadership is a function of having influence, and influence is only achieved through connection. So we were at the lake a couple summers ago with little Zachary, and he was little and he was looking through this big telescope across Lake Tahoe, and Lake Tahoe's huge. And he exclaimed, he saw a boat on the other side of the lake, and he exclaimed, I see humans. Do you see the humans in front of you? Do you know the humans on your team and what they really, really want? And once you do, cast a vision for them, challenge them to grow, teach them how to think about things, and role model the way. And that, my friends, is how you will influence your team to lead and rise up and inspire. So Garth's going to give you a great way to work through all of this and have it apply to you. So get your pen and paper out if you don't have it out.
So that was great, honey. That was some great information there. So real world thing. We're going to back up, kind of go back a little bit in history, but not too far back. So May 30th of 2020 was a big day for Erin and I. That's when we broke through the personally sponsored 100 people. But that wasn't what made that day so special in general. That was the day that SpaceX launched 2 American astronauts from American soil on an American rocket. Huge, huge success for thousands of people, for our country, many, many people. There was an author that wrote an article on there, and I forget what his name was, but he said about SpaceX, SpaceX is not going to be known so much for its success as it is its failures. Now, for those of you that have followed SpaceX or seen the news, you know they had spectacular failures. They had explosions on the launch pad. They had explosions as they're launching off into space. Attention-grabbing, headline-grabbing failures. They also had little failures that we didn't hear about. The failure in the testing lab, the failure of the computer program, all of those little things. Well, we too had failures. We had spectacular failures. We had foreclosure notice posted on our front door that for all the neighbors to see. We parked our minivan out in front for it to be repoed during our bankruptcy for all the neighbors to see. Spectacular failures. We've also had very small failures, little failures that other people haven't seen. Oh, if I just would have followed up with so-and-so. If I just would have asked them this question differently. If I just would have done this. So what puts SpaceX and us for where we're at that we didn't stop and we kept going? Motivation is what most people are going to think of. And it is that. But it's more than that. It's more than the motivational poster that you see plastered in doctors' waiting rooms or office waiting rooms or places like that. What made them different is, yes, they had the motivation, they had the drive, but what made it different for SpaceX and what made it different for us to get over that 100 is SpaceX, I'm going to relay back to SpaceX, they had a contract. They had a contract to deliver. Now, in that contract, it didn't say, we're going to explode 4 times on the launching pad, 5 times in space, and twice trying to land. It didn't say that. The contract was to deliver. So what we want you to do is challenge you, motivate yourself to do a contract to your why. Kind of like Erin touched on before. Don't do a contract to us. Don't do a contract to your upline. You're not their employee. You're not their business. You are your employee. You are your business. Do a contract to you. Do a contract to your spouse. Do a contract to your kids. Do a contract to whatever that vision is, whatever that why is. That's what your contract is. And that contract has to be written that you will deliver.
No matter what.
Don't worry about the failures.
it.
Don't worry about put milestones in there, but the contract is to deliver. That is going to inspire you. And that inspiration that you have is going to feed into your team and inspire them, and you can help them with that as well. So that's all I wanted to cover, kind of a real life example. Again, May 30, 2020, SpaceX. Can I hear your sound effect, honey? Yeah. That could be a gun. It could be a motorcycle. It could be a rocket
ship. So load up your rocket ship.
There you go.
Absolutely. We're loading up our Üforia rocket ship, and it's time to take off. It's time to blast off. We'll see you, Üforia. We're out of this world.
At the next, we're
out of this world. Okay. We love you all. Be well.
Take care.
And lead your team to inspire. Bye.
Bye.